So your bicep does two things. It does the curls, right? Which most people know. Your bicep also does this thing where it takes your wrist and it turns it out like this. Most people have no clue that your bicep does this. So you spend all this time curling and you're not focusing on the turning out motion. So what does that mean? That means you do straight arm exercises. If you want to build bigger arms, look at what gymnasts do. Gymnasts have massive arms. Why? Because they do straight arm exercises. This means taking your wrist, turning it out, and going straight arm like this. That is the first mistake. You need to do more of these straight arm exercises if you really want to blow this bicep up. Curls are great, don't get me wrong. You can do curls all day, but the real growth comes from doing straight arm exercises. So what type of straight arm exercises can you do? You can do any sort of planche training, any sort of resistance band planche holds, any sort of just planche holds on their own. You can do Zanetti press. Zanetti press with dumbbells is my personal favorite. You can also do cable flies. You can do ring flies. Any exercise done on the rings is a good straight arm exercise. You don't want to overdo it. Your joints will get very sore. You'll feel a lot of pain and discomfort if you overdo it. But doing these once or twice a week is going to blow up your arms. The next training tip is not curling all the way to the top. So if you do curls like this and you're just going halfway down, halfway up, you're not getting the full contraction and you're not going to build the bicep peak. When you do your curl, kind of like with the straight arm exercise, you're turning your wrist out, you're turning it, but you also got to go all the way to the top. This is why the chin up is so effective. The chin up will blow up your arms because when you're pulling up to the top like this, your bicep is all the way contracted. You see how close it is? You see how close my forearm is to my bicep? That thing is squeezing as hard as it possibly can. And it's very hard to get that when you're doing just half rep curls. So you want to do that. So anytime you're doing any sort of curl, you want to make sure you're curling this thing all the way to the very back. It should be like this. Whether you're doing resistance band curls, whether you're doing bicep curls, you want to go slow and curl this thing all the way to the top. So go down all the way, get a full stretch, and then curl it all the way back up to the top.